Welcome to ServiceNow Training, guys. Myself, Uday Gadiparthi. I have around 10 years experience in IT. I started my career at HCL Technologies as a fresher. Then I changed my company from HCL Technologies to Cognizant, then Hexaware Technologies. Now I am actually working for a reputed organization. I have around 10 years experience in IT. Okay, so I am into training over last 3 years. I've placed a lot of people in different multinational companies. So you go to any company, you can see my students there. I have I have trained a lot of people in my training period. Okay, so I do hold a lot of certifications as well. I am a certified system administrator. I am a certified implementation specialist ITSM. I'm a certified implementation specialist discovery, as well as I do hold a lot of micro certifications as well. So this is actually about myself, guys. Okay, so let me just explain the roadmap of ServiceNow platform. Okay, today let me just take the notepad. Let me just take the notepad and explain the roadmap of ServiceNow training. So I'm trying to take the notepad, guys. So myself, Uday Gadiparthi, having 10 years experience in IT. Okay, so I already introduced myself, guys. So we will just take a look at the roadmap of our training. Training roadmap. So guys, this training will be 60 hours. 60 hours every day, 1 hour session. Okay, 60 hours training every day, 1 hour. Okay, so from Monday to Friday, I do even take sessions on festival days as well. If it is necessary, I will actually give the holiday. Most of the time, I take the sessions on holidays as well. So sessions will be from Monday to Friday. So I am going to start the session from tomorrow onwards. Okay, sessions starts from tomorrow. So sessions will be from 6 p.m. till next 4 days. Till next 4 days, sessions will be at 6 p.m. After 4 days, right, sessions will be at 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so next 4 days, sessions will be from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, so after 4 days, sessions will be from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay, so this training will be 60 hours duration, every day 1 hour session. In the end of the session, there will be question and answer session. You can actually ask your doubts. I will actually explain all of your doubts in the end of the session. Okay, for doubts, I'm actually allocating 20 to 30 minutes for doubts alone. Okay, so what am I going to cover as part of this training? I am going to cover ServiceNow administration, I am going to cover ServiceNow development. I am going to cover ServiceNow development. I am going to cover ServiceNow implementation as well. Okay. So always remember, guys, this admins will have less opportunities. Admin role has less opportunities. Okay. So out of 100%, admins will get only 10% jobs. 90% of the jobs will come for development. Okay. So 10% for admins, rest of the 90% for both development and implementation. Okay. So you guys can ask me what is the difference between this admin, development and implementation. Admin will not actually develop the things. He will not create the things. Let me give you a better example. Mechanic is actually admin. Bike manufacturer is actually developer. Bike manufacturer is actually developer. Mechanic is actually the admin. If something is not working for the bike, mechanic is the support person, right? Mechanic is actually the admin. So hope you guys got the difference between admin and development. So here development has lot of opportunities. All the opportunities are for development. So you guys can ask me, so do we have to write coding? So here ServiceNow is actually a low code platform, guys. ServiceNow is low code platform. 80% of the things already developed. 20% of the things we have to develop. For the 20% of the things we have to have JavaScript basic knowledge. So JavaScript basic knowledge is required to develop that 20% of the development, which I am going to cover as part of this training. Okay. So implementation is nothing but doing it from the beginning. So you directly you are actually building bike from the beginning. You are actually manufacturing the bike from the beginning, from 0 to 100. Okay, that is actually about implementation. So I am going to cover administration, development and implementation as part of this training. So integrations are not part of this training. Integrations are not part of this training. So integrations, there will be a separate session. There will be a separate training for integrations. So in that trainings, integrations will be covered. Okay. So what are all the things that I am going to cover as part of this training? So here you guys can see, this is actually the course curriculum. You guys would have received this course curriculum. Each and everything, every topic will be covered. I don't even leave single topic. Every topic will be covered one by one. Okay. So all these topics that I mentioned here, right? Every topic will be covered. So the good part with the ServiceNow platform is that, guys, ServiceNow is actually a low code platform. These 60 topics are enough to become a professional in ServiceNow platform. When it comes to the other technologies such as AWS, DevOps. So if you go to the AWS, you have to learn AWS, DevOps, Kubernetes, Jenkins, GitHub, Linux. Likewise, you have to learn lot of other subsidiaries. So whereas in ServiceNow here, 60 topics perfectly you learn, you will become a professional. These are all the topics that will be covered as part of this training. Okay. So then here, when it comes to the ServiceNow platform, certifications, we have to talk about certifications. Always remember, guys, certifications are add-ons. Certifications are add-ons. If you have certification, your friend doesn't have certification, you and your friend both went for interview. You both were able to answer. You got hired, your friend is not hired because you have certification. So the person who has certification will have more weight. So that is why certification is always an add-on. Are certifications can be done for free of cost? No. Certifications were free of cost long ago. These days they made expensive. So you have to spend some amount to do the certifications. Sometimes they will give some festival offers. During that time, they will be giving for free of cost. Okay. So certifications are always add-on, guys. The basic certification in ServiceNow is actually CSA, Certified System Administrator. Okay. Certified System Administration is actually the basic certification. CAD, Certified Application Developer. So for each application, there are different applications in ServiceNow platform. For each application, there will be a separate certification. When it comes to the ITSM, so there will be a certification for CIS ITSM. CIS stands for Certified Implementation Specialist. Certified Implementation Specialist ITSM. For each application, there will be a different certification: CIS GRC, CIS HRSD, CIS Security Operations. So for each application, there will be a different certification: CIS GRC, CIS HRSD. So these are actually GRC, HRSD, ITSM. These are different applications in ServiceNow platform. Okay. So basic certification everybody will have is actually CSA. Okay. So it is always add on to have the certifications, guys. And one more thing, we are here to help you in cracking the certifications. We will provide you the dumps. We will help you in all the ways to clear the certification exam. Whatever the topics that I am going to cover will help you in clearing CSA, CAD, and CIS ITSM. These certifications can be cleared after going through this training. You will be able to clear these certifications on your own. Okay. Okay. So in this training, guys, after this training, resume preparation, interview questions will be shared, mock interviews will be taken. Okay. Mock interviews will be taken. And so here daily recordings will be provided. Every day these recordings will be provided after this training. Okay. And also those who are coming offline, they can come here and practice. Those who are online, while practicing, if they get any doubts, they can also ping me on my WhatsApp chat. You guys can also ping in the WhatsApp group as well. And also, if I am not actually responding due to some calls or meetings, you guys can ask the same doubts in the next session. Okay. So these are all the things that will be provided after this training. Okay. So this is actually about a training roadmap, guys. This is actually about a training roadmap. Now we will understand what is ServiceNow. What is ServiceNow actually? So remember this point, guys. So let me just go to the presentation and explain one more details clearly. So I welcome you guys again and move on. So what is ServiceNow is actually? ServiceNow is actually a cloud-based platform which supports IT service management and automates the common business process in the organization. So here I mentioned that cloud-based ITSM platform. So cloud-based in the sense, anything that can be accessed over the internet is called cloud. If you are actually accessing anything over the internet, that is actually called cloud. Okay. So ServiceNow is actually a cloud-based platform, guys. So to work on ServiceNow platform, to practice ServiceNow platform, you don't have to install any software on your laptop. You don't have to install any laptop. So you don't have to install any software on your laptop. Because ServiceNow is actually a cloud-based platform, right? ServiceNow can be accessed over the cloud. See, cloud means anything that can be accessed through the internet is called cloud. So here I am able to access ServiceNow platform from the internet or not. You don't have to install anything on your laptop. Just this personal developer instance is required. So how to get this personal developer instance and all will be covered in tomorrow's session. Okay. So you don't need to install any software. Remember this point. ServiceNow is actually a cloud-based platform which can be accessed through the internet. So I am actually accessing ServiceNow through the internet. Okay. So I logged into my ServiceNow. Even so, when you go to the organization, you got the job. You go to the organization. So in the organization also, you will be provided this kind of URL. In this URL only, in this cloud URL only, you will have to work. Okay. So here, this is actually called the personal developer instance. This is the place where we will actually practice. So even when you go to the organization as well, you will be given this kind of URL. So let me just, so let us say if you are actually, if you have got job in the TCS organization, they will provide tcs.servicenow.com. So it will look like something like this one. You will have to provide your TCS credentials here and you can log into ServiceNow platform. Okay. So you are not able to see my screen, right? Let me, sorry guys. So here I am able to access ServiceNow over the cloud. See, this is actually my ServiceNow. I am able to access over the internet or not. So when you get the job in the TCS organization, you will join in the TCS organization. You will be given TCS ServiceNow URL. See tcs.servicenow.com. In this URL only, you will have to provide your user ID and user ID and password. You will have to log into this URL. In this URL only, you have to work. It is a cloud-based platform, guys. So here, by default, you will get ITSM applications. By default, you will get ITSM applications. So what is ITSM? So ITSM is actually a cloud-based. So ITSM is actually a information technology service management. ITSM stands for information technology service management. To provide the quality service, we will use ITSM in the organizations. To provide the quality service in the sense, let me give you an example. If my laptop is not working, I have to contact laptop support team. They have to deliver it in 1 day, but they are taking 10 days to fix that laptop. Are they providing quality service? They have to provide it in 1 day. So to provide that quality service, we will actually use ITSM in the organizations. Okay. So ServiceNow is actually provided by default ITSM applications. Okay. So My system is actually stuck, guys. Just give me a moment. Okay. So ITSM stands for Information Technology Service Management. So under ITSM, incident, problem, change, knowledge, request, so these things will come under ITSM, guys. So which I am going to cover as part of this training. Okay. So in the ITSM applications, I will be covering this incident, problem, change, knowledge, request, service level management in this training. So by default, you will get ITSM applications. So you want ITBM applications or GRC applications, means you have to install respective plugins. So here in the ServiceNow, you have plugins option available. From these plugins, you can actually install respective applications. If you want GRC applications, you can install GRC applications. You can also install HRSD, security operations. So whatever the other applications are there, those applications you can actually install from the plugins. You guys can ask me, is this ITSM training? Remember this point, guys. This is not actually only ITSM training. This is actually the platform training, ServiceNow platform training. So once you go through this ServiceNow platform training, you will be able to work on ITSM, ITBM, GRC, HRSD, any other applications in the ServiceNow system. This is not only limited to ITSM. I will explain about ITSM applications, but this is not only the ITSM training. This is actually about ServiceNow platform training. Once you go through the training, you will be able to work on all the applications in the ServiceNow system. Okay. So it is actually a cloud-based ITSM platform, and which is actually supports IT service management and automates the common business process. So it can also automate the common business process, guys. So what is actually the automating the common business process? You have to request a laptop. Your manager has to approve. Once manager approved, only laptop has to be provided. That process we can automate it in the ServiceNow platform. So an employee is coming to the office and leaving the office. How much time he is spending in the office? We want to track it. We can automate that process in the ServiceNow. ServiceNow was actually known for ticketing tool earlier. ServiceNow is not only the ticketing tool. ServiceNow is actually the automation tool. It was known for ticketing. Everybody use ServiceNow for ticketing purpose. That is why it is known as ticketing tool. It is not only the ticketing tool. It is actually the automation tool as well. That is why here I clearly mentioned as ServiceNow is actually a cloud-based ITSM platform and supports IT service management and automates the common business process in the organization. Okay. So it is a cloud-based platform. It is a ticketing tool as well as it is automation tool as well. Okay. So here this is actually a ServiceNow is actually software as service and both platform as service. So you guys can ask me, what is this software as service and platform as service? Software as service example I am giving you as Gmail. Gmail is actually example of software as service. So Google has developed that Gmail software. We all are using that Gmail software. We are just using that software. If you want to create any button on that Gmail, you won't be able to create any button on that Gmail. Will you be able to create a button? No. Because we are just using that software that is provided. That is actually software as service. And next scenario, Google has given us the software and they are allowing us to modify that software. That means they are allowing us to create button on the Gmail. That is actually platform as service. ServiceNow is actually both platform as service and software as service. So by default, they are providing ITSM software. And we can modify that ITSM software as well, according to our organization. If you take a look at my ServiceNow here, I changed this ServiceNow as Infosys organization. Infosys logo. This ServiceNow instance I customized according to Infosys organization. Okay. So ServiceNow can be modified according to the organization. This software is given to us. We can modify this software according to our organization. That is why it is called both software as service and platform as service. And the fourth point that I have mentioned here is actually the platform contains number of modular applications that can vary by instance. So that exactly means if you go to the TCS organization, here you will be seeing different applications here. If you go to Infosys organization, here you will be seeing different applications here. If you go to Deloitte company, you will be seeing different applications here. 50% applications are common in the every organization. Rest of the 50% applications vary by organization to organization. Hope you guys are clear what is ServiceNow. Okay. So we'll move on to the next slide, guys. We'll move on to the next slide. So what is the history of ServiceNow? ServiceNow was actually started in the USA. It is actually in California. ServiceNow is actually US based company. Okay. So who started this company? Fred Luddy. Fred Luddy is actually the founder of ServiceNow. So who is Fred Luddy actually? Fred Luddy was an employee of Remedy Corporation. Remedy was a popular tool before ServiceNow. Everybody was using Remedy before ServiceNow. So Fred Luddy was actually an employee of Remedy Corporation. He moved out of that organization. He started a new company called GlideSoft in 2003. Later, it is renamed as ServiceNow. Fred Luddy was an employee of Remedy Corporation. He moved out of that organization, started a new company called GlideSoft in 2003, and he renamed later as ServiceNow. So, guys, remember one thing: it's been 20 years since ServiceNow was started. Now it is actually trending. So it is gaining the market over last 10 years. Before that, nobody knows. We are just hearing the word ServiceNow now. Earlier, we were not hearing the name ServiceNow. So the current CEO is actually Bill McDermott. This is actually the dangerous guy. This guy has taken ServiceNow to the next level. ServiceNow was not charging amount for certifications earlier. This guy made certifications expensive. Okay. So this Bill McDermott was actually a CEO of SAP. SAP organization is there, right? He was CEO of SAP organization. When he was CEO of SAP, SAP was trending. We all were hearing SAP. Now he moved out of that SAP organization. Now he has become the CEO of ServiceNow. So after he has taken up the ServiceNow, right? There are a lot of applications that are introduced under his resume. So here, as I told you, ServiceNow is actually getting popularity over last 10 years. This is actually about history of ServiceNow platform, guys. Okay. So here, why it is popular? So we are getting the software we are actually modifying that software as well. So that flexibility is actually very important, guys. So TCS will actually purchase ServiceNow software from ServiceNow company, and they will have to modify this software according to their organization. That flexibility is actually providing, ServiceNow is actually providing. That is why it has actually become popular. As well as, if you take a look at here, ServiceNow can integrate with external systems, third parties. So here, third parties are nothing but ServiceNow can integrate with Salesforce, with Facebook, with Twitter, with Instagram, with the AWS, with the Azure. It can integrate with the WhatsApp. Okay. So when birthday comes, it will actually, ServiceNow will send you a birthday wishes to your WhatsApp message. ServiceNow can also send emails. ServiceNow can integrate with any external system. Okay. So that is why it has become popular. And also it automates the process. As I told you, so leave management you want to automate, you can actually automate it in ServiceNow. Timesheet management you want to automate, you can automate it in ServiceNow. Request management you want to automate it, you can also automate it in ServiceNow platform. You can automate the process in the ServiceNow platform. I personally have done the automation, guys. What is that automation? Is that when somebody raises the request, he will get the access automatically in 1 minute. If somebody raises the request, he will get the access in 1 minute, and then he will receive a notification saying like access has been granted to you. Before I automated, when a person is actually sending request, right? When a person is creating the request, it was taking 24 hours. Person should add the role manually. Person should grant access manually. Without granting the access manually, I automated that process. So because of this automation, it has become popular. Okay. So you can download the data from ServiceNow system. See, ServiceNow supports imports and exports. Exports is nothing but downloads. If you have data somewhere in the SQL server, that SQL server data you can pull and place it in ServiceNow database. From ServiceNow also you can send the data from ServiceNow to SQL server as well. That one also it will support. ServiceNow also supports language translation. For Japan people, it will show it in Japan. For China, it will show it in China. For Germany people, it will show it in Germany. For India, ServiceNow is getting confused. Which language do we have to show? So that is why we are actually seeing ServiceNow in English language. Okay. So we have workflow automation as well. Workflow automation in the sense, we have a tool called workflows and flow designers, which are used to automate the process. And also ServiceNow is actually a cloud-based one. All the data that we enter, right, that will be stored somewhere in the cloud, which is actually in secured zone. Only our organization people can access it. No other organizations will be able to access that data. All the data will be stored in the cloud. You will be accessing that data from the cloud. No physical servers. Okay. Hope you guys are clear why ServiceNow has become popular. So as I told you, as part of this training, I am going to cover this ITSM processes. Along with this ITSM processes, I am going to cover these topics as well. If you take a look at the course curriculum here, my system is against it. So because in my system, there are a lot of videos, this subject related videos, there are a lot of videos. I think it is getting stuck, that's why. Yes, yes. So I'll have to remove that. Just bear with me, guys. So as part of this training, this incident management, problem, change, request, knowledge. So all these things will be covered. If you take a look at here, see incident, problem, change, knowledge. So these things will be covered as part of this training. So these are actually ITSM processes. So I'll be covering ITSM processes as well as ServiceNow platform features as well. So if you learn about the ServiceNow platform features, you will be able to work on all the applications in ServiceNow system. These platform features are not limited to ITSM. These platform features are across ServiceNow applications. That is why I'm actually telling this is a ServiceNow platform training, not ITSM training. Okay. So we'll move on, guys. So every year we will be getting two releases, two ServiceNow releases. In the each release, you will be getting new features. In the each release, you will be getting new features. Okay. So here you guys can see Orlando, Paris. Now it is actually, so this is actually Wood release. So we usually we call it as Uta. Okay, we call it as Uta. This is actually Uta release. So I got used to Wood. So this is actually the latest release, guys. If you take a look at here, this is actually following alphabetical order: O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Release names will follow alphabetical order with the city names across the globe. See, Orlando is a city. Paris, Quebec, Rome, San Diego, Tokyo, Utah. All these are actually release names. In the 2003, in the 2003 first quarter, Utah release has come. Maybe in the August, Vancouver release will come. In 2024, Washington release will come. After you, after V, it will be W. So release names will follow alphabetical order with the city names across the globe. In the each release, you will be getting new feature. Okay. Hope this is clear. Okay. So here you have plugins concept. I already told you. By default, we will be getting ITSM applications. If you want, along with ITSM applications, if you want ITBM applications or GRC applications or HRSD application or security operations application or field service management or business continuity management application, if you want any other application, then you'll have to go to plugins. You will have to install respective plugin. Okay. So some plugins are free of cost. Some plugins are paid service. Again, we have to purchase them. We will be purchasing this ServiceNow software, right? We are actually purchasing this ServiceNow software. After getting ServiceNow software, we will be getting ITSM applications. Again, you want ITBM applications. Again, you have to purchase. Okay. Clear. Okay. So some plugins are available for free of cost. Some plugins are not available for free of cost. You have to purchase it. Some plugins you have to directly request ServiceNow. So suppose interview management. So suppose ServiceNow has an application called interview management. Interview management in the sense we can actually use that application. We can actually automate the interview process. So interview process, how it goes? We will find the resume. we will actually we will give it for shortlist screening, and once that is shortlisted, first round of interview will be conducted. Once you get the feedback, second round of interview will be provided. Once you get the feedback, HR discussion will happen. Once that is done, so if you are selected, you will be receiving an email. Once you receive that email, you will have to wait for some time to get the offer letter. So this is the process, interview process. This process we can automate it in ServiceNow. So let us say ServiceNow has already developed that. We can use that application. We can purchase that application. Okay. So for those kind of applications, you have to request a ServiceNow, guys. Okay. So now we have come to future on ServiceNow platform. Guys, remember one thing, ServiceNow has no competitor. ServiceNow is actually on the top of the list. Earlier, Remedy was actually on the top of the list. So there are other tools, other ITSM tools such as BMC Remedy, HRSD, Netcool, IBM Tivoli. There are Ivanti. There are some other ITSM tools, Sapphire. These are other ITSM tools. So you guys, have you ever heard about this ITSM, other ITSM tools apart from ServiceNow? No, because those are not popular. So ServiceNow is actually on the top of the list. On the top of the list. So which will not actually, no other tool is actually matching ServiceNow features so far. So ServiceNow has no competitors. So ServiceNow is actually the competitor for many tools. For many tools, ServiceNow is the competitor. So we will have millions of opportunities in coming years, guys. I'm telling you, most of the organizations, they are actually migrating to ServiceNow platform. Most of the organizations, they are still planning to migrate to ServiceNow platform. So 10,500 organizations are already using ServiceNow, and they are actually enhancing their ServiceNow product by having ITBM applications, GRC applications, HRSD applications, or security operations applications. They're actually enhancing their ServiceNow products. You have millions of opportunities in coming years. Okay. So major organizations that are using ServiceNow platform is Shell, Amazon, Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, EY, IBM, Wipro. These are the major organizations that are using ServiceNow platform. Every organization is almost using ServiceNow platform, guys. Okay. So definitely you will have a lot of opportunities in coming days. So here, if you go to the Naukri, you guys can see the demand of ServiceNow platform. Okay, I am just typing the keyword called ServiceNow. See how many results are there? 3,96,000 and almost 4 lakhs. Huge demand in the market. Same if you take a look at other tools. Across the world. Salesforce, it is actually showing 10,400. See, ServiceNow has huge demand in the market as of now. If you become master on the 60 topics, you can master your life. It has huge demand in the market, guys. Okay. So here, let me just go to the presentation here. We'll move on to the next slide here. So as I told you, 60-hour session, lab facility is there, daily 1-hour session. If you guys can come to the office, you guys can come here and practice the things. I am always available here. So from morning 8 AM to evening 8 PM, I am always available here. You guys can meet me on Saturdays. I am available on Saturdays. You can come and meet me. So if you guys want to meet me anytime, means after 10 AM, I am available till 6 PM. You guys can come to me and meet me at the institute. So here resume preparation, interview questions, mock interviews, daily tasks also will be given. Once the session is done, you will be provided daily tasks. If you are able to do it, that is fine. If you are not able to do it, I'll actually explain it in the next session. Daily recordings also will be provided. Okay. And once again, I'm actually repeating, guys, sessions will be started from tomorrow. Sessions will be started from tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the evening for next 4 days. After 4 days, the sessions will be from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay. So here, now let me just go here. It's time to say thank you, guys. Okay. Now I will allow you guys to unmute yourself. Please ask the questions one by one. Don't try to ask the questions at a time. I will unmute you guys to ask the questions. Okay. Please ask the questions one by one. Don't try to ask the questions at a time. Okay. So let me just. So one by one, guys, please. Yeah. I have unmuted everyone. Please, you guys can also ask me your questions.
Hi, Uday. Mukul Sharma here.
Yeah, hi. Hi,
So, this is a wonderful thing I was looking for since a long time, actually. I would definitely join this. Actually, I'm looking for a few more trainings. Do you provide other trainings also other than this ServiceNow?
Well, so I'm actually an employee, working employee, Mukul, for an organization. So I'm actually covering ServiceNow platform training and ServiceNow integrations and service portal training. So these are the trainings that I'm actually taking these days.
All right. All right. I'll reply your email. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mukul. So guys, please, next one.
Yeah, hi Uday.
Yeah, hi.
Except JavaScript, is there any programming languages needed for this?
So JavaScript basics are required for ServiceNow development. So very rarely HTML, CSS tags are used. Okay. So it is good if you have knowledge on HTML, CSS tags. If you don't have knowledge also, no problem. I will actually explain as part of this training.
Yeah, okay. And any project will be taught during this training?
Yes, project will be explained as part of this training. Everything will be real-time scenarios. Whatever I have done, everything will be whatever I have done in my project, whole things will be explained here with the challenges as well. What are all the challenges that we face while we are actually doing the activities, right? While we are doing the tasks, right? Those challenges will be explained and project will be explained.
Yeah.
Everything will be explained in detail. So if you guys don't understand, please feel free to ask me for 3 times. If you don't understand for 3 times also, I will actually explain.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Uday. Myself Maharshi.
Hi, Maharshi.
Yeah, in this course, both the development and admin part will be covered.
Yes.
So once both the completing both the parts in resume, which one we have to keep as a administrator? We can go as a developer.
So as I have already explained you, if you keep administrator role, you will get less calls.
Okay.
If you keep developer role, you will be getting multiple calls. So at the end of the day, you have to have ServiceNow platform knowledge. They will hire you as a ServiceNow professional. If they have openings on admin role, they will keep you in admin role. If they have openings on developer role, they will keep you in developer role.
For development, is there any languages are mandatory? Apart from the ServiceNow?
ServiceNow is actually a low code platform, guys. So everything is actually pre-built. We have to make the customizations according to the client. So for making those customizations, we have to use JavaScript basics. So that I am going to cover as part of this training.
So any non-native person can also learn this, right?
Yes, here I am going to cover everything. So you don't, even if you don't have programming knowledge also, no problem. I will actually explain those things in as part of this training.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Prem.
Yeah. Uday, sorry for asking, is this job-oriented program or only training-related program?
So training come job oriented program. You guys can come here. You guys can get knowledge from me. So if you come to the office, right, I can here assist you. Those who are online as well, they also can take this job oriented program as well. So that is actually a different scenario. We can actually discuss after this training. Okay. So definitely we will actually we will also provide job oriented training as well. So Prem, totally telling you, if you guys are listening to this training properly, you guys will be able to crack the interviews by end of this training itself.
Sir, is there an openings for freshers service now, because registration is running, right? So you will
Registration will not actually impact the ServiceNow jobs, guys. I'm assuring you. So for freshers, there will be less calls. There are companies like Advanced Solutions, ServiceBerry Technologies, and we have actually other companies such as Hexaware Technologies. These companies will hire ServiceNow freshers as well. But telling you, ServiceNow freshers has less opportunities because they will hire freshers from colleges and they will train the freshers. They will actually keep it in ServiceNow projects. So that is what happens with the freshers.
Sir, I'm not a fresher. I'm a 2019 passed out. So if I take job-oriented program, will you place me as a fresher or experienced?
So here you will actually get calls as a senior, as a professional, as an experienced person.
Sir, you have discussed about pricing and everything.
It is not the right time to discuss pricing and all. Admin team will talk to you regarding the same.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Right.
Actually, currently my friend is working on Salesforce technology. Is it correct move to change from Salesforce to ServiceNow? He is unable to join this section.
To have a better life, to have a better future. So yeah, Salesforce is completely about coding.
Yeah, actually, he also said same thing. There is a lot of coding.
Yeah, Salesforce is actually completely about coding. So
yeah.
So you cannot actually manage work-life balance there. So you can actually manage your work-life balance in ServiceNow platform. So here it has huge openings as well.
Okay, yeah, he also interested, but he's unable to join this section. I will inform him.
Okay, we can also share the recording. We can also share the demo.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sir,
Rashekar.
Hi, Rashekar.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Rashekar, please.
Sir, I am BTech 2013 passed out. Is I'm eligible for this program? Because
yeah, you are eligible. You are eligible, Raja. So, but you have to go as a contractor. Okay. So you have to go as a contractor in the sense directly TCS companies, MNCs companies like TCS, Tech Mahindra, Capgemini, these people will not actually hire you directly because you have a career gap.
Yes, yes.
They will ask you about the why is there is a gap. So you have to answer them. If you go as a contractor, right? Nobody cares.
Okay.
Okay. So you have option to learn this one. You have an option to join in an organization as well. You will get good packages as well. For contractors, they will actually give you good packages comparatively permanent employee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after contract experience, can we go as a permanent?
Yes, after some time you can become a permanent employee. You don't have to work as a contractor employee always. In the initial days, you have to work as a contract employee. Once you gain the experience, right, you can go as full-time employee.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Uday, Satya here.
Hi Satya.
Actually, I have experience in BMC Remedy. I have 7+ years of experience in BMC Remedy. and I now want to switch over the service now. So
Okay.
after attending this training, will I able to perform the roles and responsibilities the organization is expecting from me?
Yes. So here, right, with this training, you will gain 6 years experience with a service now. So you can manage 6 years experience with this knowledge. Whatever the knowledge that I'm going to share, right? You can manage 6 years experience.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Everyone or who has experience in the remedy?
Everyone, not the one who has experience in remedy.
Yeah.
Hi, Uday. Dhanraj here.
Hi, Dhanraj.
Uday, I have 1.5 year experience in direct service now ITAM module.
Okay, you have 1.5 years experience in ITA.
ITAM module, yes, in
Very
service
good.
now.
Very
Like
good.
I worked as a like contractor for 1.5 years. So how can I convert my experience into service now developer now?
So that means as you have worked on ITAM, most of the
Yes.
time you would have got configuration knowledge.
Yes, CMDB. I worked end to end
I
on
mean,
CMDB.
I understand. You have got some configuration knowledge. You did not get ServiceNow development knowledge.
No, not development knowledge.
Yeah, here as part of this training, I am going to give complete training regarding ServiceNow development. Dhanraj, right?
Yes.
I am assuring you, you will become a professional ServiceNow developer after going through this training.
Okay. So, like, can I convert my this 1.5 years experience in my resume
Yes,
as a
you can
developer?
actually convert your experience as ServiceNow developer.
Okay. So there will be some calls, right, for experience.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Hi,
Kiran.
Kiran.
Yeah,
Hi.
sir, my main concern is that I just wanted to say that I don't have any experience with ServiceNow. So my main motive is about the practical experience because I
Yes.
have, I mean, after going through, I've given some interviews, but they are looking for practical exposure. So, sir, my main concern is, will I get practical hands-on experience?
If you don't get experience, you can directly question me in the training itself.
Okay,
See,
sir.
I'm telling you, I'm actually giving you the assurance that if I don't give you the knowledge that you expected, directly question me in front of everyone in the meeting.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
Uday, you
Thank you.
promised this, but you did not deliver it. Ask me the same question.
Okay, sir.
This is actually completely about real-time training. This is not a theoretical training. Each and everything will be explained practically. You will understand pin to pin each and everything. Okay. I have almost given 170 scenarios on the YouTube. You guys can also follow my channel on the YouTube as well. That is actually UCSinfotech. UCS is actually quite famous for ServiceNow training, guys. Okay. Yeah. Next one, guys. Next one.
So this course is of 2 months, right?
Yeah, 60 hours. 60 hours in the sense, let us say, if I feel good, I mean, if I feel healthy, if I am doing good, really good, if I am doing really well, so I will be able to complete it in 60 hours. If I am not feeling well, then 4 or 5 days around.
Sir, you have shown some login, right? Even external outsiders also can access the ServiceNow services, or only who purchased the software or some license, they can only access.
You don't even have to spend a single penny to have this personal developer instance. I will explain in tomorrow's session how to get this personal developer instance, how to create the account in the ServiceNow. Everyone can actually access service. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.